It is March, and it is time for the Tan and J Man Show. Fun time of year here in the sports land. Probably my favorite sports month, I would say, and I'm sure you would agree with me that it is one of your favorite sports months anyway. But we have Big Ten play wrapping up final week here. We have conference tourneys starting this week, including one that starts tonight, the Horizon League play-in game between IU Indy and or UI Indy. I don't know which one it is. And Cleveland State to make it to the Horizon League tournament. We have Arch Madness at the end of the week, which is my opinion the unofficial start of March Madness is the Missouri Valley Conference tourney. It's always a really good one. But I'm the J Man. Sitting next to me in a different state is the T Dog. How you doing tonight, Tanner?
Doing all right. Size from my sports fandom. Doing all right.
Yeah. Well,
Yep.
as I said last week, of Big Ten play, and our teams are kind of limping to the finish line a little bit. Purdue's lost 3 of their last 4. Illinois 4 of their last 6. So
I think Purdue's 4 of the last 6 too.
is it 4 of their
I
last
think.
6? Well, all right.
I think. Feels like it. If not,
Yeah. But we have both
but
teams.
at least our teams are in, and we're not sweating.
Not sweating that out. It's just all for seeding purposes at this point, and both teams have a chance for some get right games this week. Your Purdue schedule is much more difficult than Illinois is, but Purdue should be favored by a good amount in both of those games.
That doesn't mean anything, though.
It does not. Purdue was 6.5-point favorite. I think both their games this week, weren't they?
Yep.
And lost them. And Illinois lost as a 10.5-point favorite, a 12.5-point favorite, a 6.5-point favorite. So I'm right there with you.
Yep.
At this point, but we got a lot more college basketball talk later. Do you have some birdie bogey for me tonight?
I do. I have 2 questions, but I'm only going to give you one for birdie or bogey.
Right.
The other one I will give you later at the end of the show just for kicks and giggles, but I'm not revealing it now because I'm afraid you might be able to figure out the birdie or bogey from that question.
Kind of ties in a little bit.
It could. It could.
All right.
My birdie or bogey question for the week is, what state is the most populated without having an MLB team in it? So what state has the most population without an MLB team?
That's a real good question. I've heard a trivia question. What's the most populous state that does not have an NFL team?
This one's MLB.
But this is MLB, and
populous,
I would imagine
that's the word I was looking for.
Probably I don't even know what you said. What'd you say?
I said
populated.
Populated, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Same. It's literally the same word,
Yeah.
pretty much. But that's a really good question. I have a couple. Obviously, I have a 1 in 50 chance. Actually, I have a much better chance. All I can do is go through the states that don't have an MLB team in my brain. But of course, my brain short circuits during a trivia question on Monday night show. But birdie or bogey is brought to you by Giretti's Place. Small town vibes, big time flavor. Giretti's Place serves up fresh breakfast and lunch favorites that keep you coming back for more. Located 703 Main Street in Rochester, Indiana.
Yeah, let's see. Now that we're in March, let's see if they have any new specials. No, but maybe tomorrow they'll have something on their page. They still got the February stuff up. So. Yep. But do you want to get educated real quick before we jump into a bunch of college hoops talk and some other things going on? Let's talk about some sporting events that have happened on March 2nd throughout the history of time.
Can't be a great day, you wouldn't think.
No. Interesting one here. Let's date 1874. The National Association of Professional Baseball Players officially adopted the batter's box, deciding any player betting on his team will be expelled. Any player betting on any other team to forfeit his pay.
Interesting.
So a few rules there in place. On this day, 1904, the Stanley Cup was played. The Montreal Wanderers and the Ottawa HC, that's tied 5-5. Montreal was disqualified for refusing to play the second game in Ottawa. lot of cricket. On this day, 1962, Philadelphia center Wilt Chamberlain scored 100 points, the most ever by an NBA player in a single game, in the Warriors' 169-147 win over the New York Knicks and Hershey. 36 of 63 from the field, 28 of 32 from the free throw line.
He shot less than 50% from the line. No, he didn't. He shot better than 50%. Never mind.
28 for 32.
Well, not from the line. I meant from the floor.
From the field. 36 from 63.
Yeah, he my brain again. Mondays.
On this day, 1966, Chicago Blackhawks right wing Bobby Hall became the NHL's second player, became the NHL's first two-time 50-goal scorer.
Interesting.
Yeah. A lot of cricket. On this day, 1988, the Flaming Basketball was adopted as NBA franchise Miami Heat's official logo from over 13,000 entries. A guy named Mark Henderson submitted the winning entry.
I wonder what some of the other... They had the team name first, obviously, Miami Heat.
Right.
I wonder what some of the other entries were.
It's a pretty good logo. I like that one. That's one of the better ones.
You're a marketing guy. Why don't you think about that a little bit here and give me your top 75 that you would be...
I'll get right on that. On this day in 1991, St. Louis right wing Brett Hall became a 70-goal scorer for the second straight season. Bobby Hall earlier, now Brett Hall. This is pretty incredible. On this day, 1993, Mario Lemieux underwent his 22nd and final radiation treatment, then joined the Pittsburgh Penguins in Philadelphia and had a goal and assist in a 5-4 loss to the Flyers.
That's wild.
We're in the 2000s now. Know anything about America's Cup?
Nothing. What is that?
Sailing?
Sailing? Yeah.
On this day in 2004, the Indianapolis Colts signed quarterback Peyton Manning to a 7-year, $98 million deal with a $34.5 million signing bonus, the largest package to date in the NFL.
Man, even back then, that's a bargain in today's. That's the going rate for an okay.
That's what Daniel Jones wants, something like that.
Oh man,
maybe not those numbers exactly, but he's wanting more than the Colts thought he was going to.
Yeah.
So they've really backed themselves up into a corner.
They need to tear her down again.
They have no first round pick the next 2 years.
Yeah,
trying to get rid of Anthony Richardson, and now Daniel Jones, the guy they want, is wanting more money than they want to shell out.
How their GM, whose name's escaping me,
Chris Ballard.
Chris Ballard. I almost said Ryan Grigson, but he was 10 years ago now.
Arguably better than Ballard,
and he was pretty terrible himself. How Ballard survived, I don't have a clue. That Sauce Gardner trade's one of the worst. I can, in recent memory anyway.
Yeah, it's not aged well, that's for sure.
No.
On this day in 2012, the MLB confirmed the postseason will be expanded from 8 to 10 teams with an extra wild card team in each league. Have you been a fan of that?
Yeah, now there's more. There's one more team,
right?
Or two more teams, one in each league. Since then, but yeah, I liked the addition because we were seeing some teams like that were really good. The wild card was loaded and their division was loaded, where they're missing the playoffs, winning 95 games, and that's just not right, honestly. Even the year 2015, if they hadn't had expanded the postseason back in 2012, Cubs wouldn't have made the playoffs in 2015, and they went 97-65.
That's crazy.
So that would have really ticked me off.
Oh yeah,
but glad they expanded.
I missed one on this day in 2004. The St. Joseph's Hawks finished the college basketball season with an 82-50 win over the St. Bonaventure. They finished with an undefeated, perfect record of 27-0.
Yeah, Jameer Nelson, Delonte West,
Matt Carroll, I think, was the third best player on that team.
both. Yeah, their top two guys went very different directions
Yes.
with their. Jameer played in the NBA for what, 15,
A
16
long time.
years, and
Mostly for the Magic.
Delonte played a few years, and now he's had some substance abuse issues, and he's been homeless and
Dated LeBron's mom.
dated LeBron's mom, which I'm sure caused some issues in that Cavs locker room.
I think.
But that team kind of because they got put out in like the round of 32, right?
I thought they made at least a Sweet 16.
Did they make a Sweet 16? I can't remember, but it reminded me of that Wichita State team with Van Vliet and
Ron Baker.
Ron Baker, and Cleanthony Early, those guys, where they were undefeated at the end of the regular season and entered the NCAA tournament undefeated, and then got beat by a 8-seeded Kentucky. So
Yeah. Oh, they actually lost in the A10 tournament.
Oh, they did.
Xavier.
Okay, I don't remember that.
And then they made it clear to the Elite Eight and lost by 2 points to Oklahoma State.
I'm an idiot. Still,
I didn't remember Oklahoma State making the Final Four.
What year was that? 2000. Was that the Duke over Georgia Tech year?
UConn over Georgia
UConn.
Tech. 03, 04. I didn't know Eddie Sutton never made a Final Four.
I couldn't have told you Oklahoma State made a Final Four. They haven't been really all that relevant in a while.
Because they beat Liberty, they beat Texas Tech, they beat Wake Forest.
Chris Paul and Wake Forest.
I mean, they beat Texas Tech by 5, Wake Forest by 4, and then lost by 2 to Oklahoma State.
I remember that same year, I think Stanford was undefeated. Like, it was Stanford and St. Joe's were the two that were like the longest.
Was that Josh Childress?
Yes. It was before the Lopez twins got there, but I'm pretty sure Josh Childress was their dude.
The Collins twins would have been gone by then. Mark Madsen would have been gone. So that would have been Childress. Yeah.
It would have had to be.
They had a shooter too on that team.
Yeah.
I don't remember who it was.
I don't even know. Has Stanford been to the tournament since? I don't remember. The Lopez twins got them there, but it's been they have to have maybe the longest stretch, at least of a high major to not make the tourney. Then Boston College hasn't been in a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On this day, also in 2012, the NFL established an existence of a bounty program at the New Orleans Saints. 2009 through 2011, players given incentives to injure the opposition. Head coach Sean Payton was suspended for the 2012 season.
Yeah, Greg Williams kept getting jobs after that.
Shockingly.
Yeah, in today's landscape, I think he would have been banished for maybe not banished by the league, but I think the league would have kind of pushed him out.
Look what John Gruden can't get a job.
Yeah, exactly.
He had,
he had.
And on this day in 2024, LeBron James became the first player in NBA history to score 40,000 regular season points as the Lakers lost to the Denver Nuggets 124-114.
I wonder if this is the last go around for old.
Oh, no. He'll have one more year. He wants all the pageantry.
Oh, yeah.
And where he stops and all the gifts.
I think it'll probably be back in Cleveland, too. It sounds like this is probably going to be his last year in L.A. It sounds like that split is he wants out, essentially, is what I kind of read. I don't think he likes sharing the spotlight with Doncic. And it looks like Doncic and JJ Redick do not like each other at this point. So they got some issues there in LA.
If I'm the Cleveland, I'm like, nope. We've had you twice. We don't want you.
And they're good without him. Yeah.
Don't finish with the New Orleans Pelicans or something.
Yeah, somewhere.
Sacramento Kings.
Yeah, there you go. See if you can really. Well, I guess he'd be 42, and he did lead a pretty bad Cavs team to the finals. That you take him off that Cavs team, they're probably 23 and I don't want to do math again. 59.
No math on
no math on Mondays. No math allowed.
That is the On This Day segment for the week, which is brought to you by, like it is every week, Blue River Digital. Blue River Digital is a full-service smart marketing agency. They help businesses simplify marketing and grow with intention. Their focus is on systems, strategy, and long-term results, not hype or one-off tactics. They offer digital marketing, website development, graphic design, printing and direct mail, signage and vehicle graphics, corporate apparel, promotional items, and AI and automations. They work with small, medium, and large businesses spanning across the United States with a strong presence in northern Indiana. Contact them today at 260-248-2749 to see how they can help you with your digital marketing.
Yeah, as I said, Big Ten play is wrapping up this week. I think every team has 2 games, if I'm not mistaken. But that made me think, we're a week away from finding out who wins the awards. So I kind of want to do, who do you think will win the awards? Starting with Coach of the Year.
Dusty May.
It should be Dusty May, although I think Fred Hoiberg will probably win it. Just with the fact, it's always like a guy, coach of a team that doesn't have huge expectations, and then they're good. Even though that's not really the spirit of the award, shouldn't be that. It should be who is the best coach in the Big Ten this year, and I think it is Dusty May. The fact that you look at their schedule this week, and though they should take care of Michigan State at home, I think they're head and shoulders above everybody else in the Big Ten. I mean, I watched them on Friday night. I would have said Illinois is probably the second best team in the Big Ten heading into that game, and they just had nothing. I mean, number one offensive efficiency in the country, couldn't do anything against that length there. And there's a good chance they're 19-1 in Big Ten play.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it should be Dusty May. And, we're sitting here and we should be thanking our lucky stars that Indiana decided to hold on to Mike Woodson for one more year, because I think he would have ended up at Indiana, honestly.
Oh, I not only think that, I think them holding on to Mike Woodson for another year set that program back by multiple years.
Agreed. Completely.
I know it's only 1 year. I don't know if DeFreeze lasts his contract.
Yeah, it's
early, but
it is.
This offseason's huge for him.
He's going to have a completely different team again. It seems like if you're coming in, and of course you can't, force people to play for your program and all of that. And he probably took what he could get.
Mm-hmm.
And it's tough not having, a full, off season where, again, with them pushing the transfer portal back until after the Final Four or somewhere, I forget where it is now, but they pushed it back. I think that'll help teams.
Yeah.
Significantly. But yeah, it's kind of getting ugly there. The fans have kind of turned on him already, and
their football school.
Yeah, that they like to do that after every single loss.
I say that only like half jokingly anymore.
I know, I'm with you. I think a lot of people are saying it's turning to a football school. I mean, you look their game against Northwestern, which I think that knocked them out of the tournament for good. I know Lenardi still has them as his last team in or something. A couple other teams do, or a couple other bracketologists do, but against Northwestern on Tuesday or Wednesday, whenever that was, there was nobody in that upper deck. It was pathetic.
Yep.
Yeah, they're kind of turning on him. So it doesn't break my heart. But yeah, again, if they would have fired Woodson after his year 2 years ago, which I think they probably should have, but at the same time, he kind of had some leeway because he did have, a 4 seed in the NCAA tournament the previous year. But if they would have cut bait then, I think Dusty May would have definitely chosen the IU job over Michigan just because he's an IU guy. Unfortunately, he had to be in the Big Ten regardless. But at this point, I think Michigan's a better job than Indiana anyway.
Well, and I think he wanted to go to a school, and maybe it's hindsight saying this, where basketball's in the background.
Mm-hmm.
And he can operate how he wants.
Yeah, he's kind of a slimy scumball. I can't stand him. I mean, you dealt with, he tampered with Braden Smith in the during the season last year. He tampered with Merez Johnson, ultimately got Merez into the portal after what looked like Illinois was going to pay up, and it was all good. And then all of a sudden, he's gone. So
he's making calls now, I'm sure.
Oh, I'm sure he is. There's already a rumor from some Illinois fan that he's called David Mirkovich, stuff like that. I don't know if I believe that at all. But yeah, it's I don't like Dusty May, but he should
good ball coach.
He's a good basketball coach. Should be coach of the year in the Big Ten. But again, I think it'll be hard work. What about player of the year?
I think it should be Keaton, but I have a feeling it'll be Yaxel.
I think it's going to be Jeremy Fears.
Could be too.
the way they've played down the stretch, he's been awesome. I think it should be Axel, honestly. I mean, Keaton has had an unbelievable year. No freshman's ever won Player of the Year, so I'd be shocked if it is Keaton. I think he's obviously unanimous Freshman of the Year, unless some Washington beat writers votes for Hans Steinbach or something. But it's the Michigan State factor as well.
Yeah.
With Fears, I mean, all their great point guards that might play a role. Yaxel has good numbers, but his team is so balanced, he doesn't have the massive numbers that some guys do. So I think it's probably between those three. I'd be surprised, especially with Illinois losing 4 of their last 6, if Keaton gets it. Although he's still been very, very good during that stretch. What other award is there? Is there another award?
Freshman, their 6th man, but I can't.
Freshman's Keaton. 6th man,
I have no idea.
I couldn't tell you.
I don't
know. Defensive Player of the Year, it'll probably be Mara, I imagine, from Michigan.
Yeah, he's improved a lot.
Yeah, just with his shot blocking ability, I would imagine it's Mara. I can't
really think of anybody else who gets tons of steals or anything.
No. I think Mara leads the Big Ten in blocks. Zia Visic is second.
It would have been interesting if Boswell didn't get hurt.
Yeah, it definitely would have, because he's a very good on-ball defender, although Donovan Dent torched him the other day.
Well,
so
he's pretty good.
Yeah, he is pretty good, although he didn't do anything at Minnesota. I can't figure out UCLA.
Yeah.
Real bad loss for them. After all that good that they kind of built up, it's kind of torched. First team All Big Ten, I think we got Fears, Braden Smith, Wagler, Yaxel, and I wonder if they'll do positions or if they'll just do the best 5. They
usually do the best 5. So then
Bennett Sturts.
I'd take the kid from Nebraska. That's slipping on my mind. The Iowa transfer.
Sanford.
I'd take him over Sturts, but I could see
Sturts has been awesome. Sturts is carrying them. He has nothing around him.
I think they're stink now. I think
I do too. Yeah, they look so good against Ohio State after getting down 14-2 to start the game, and then they went on like a 28-3 run, and then they just laid an egg against Penn State. They have 3 really bad losses at Penn State, at Minnesota, and then who else they lose to? Lost somebody else at Maryland.
That's the Big Ten for you.
It is.
Team looks terrible early in the week and then looks good in the weekend. Or vice versa.
That too.
Team looks good and then looks bad.
Yeah. Why don't you talk about Purdue a little bit if you'd like? I'm sure you would like, but
I mean, we need to fill up time, right?
That's
yeah, 0-2 week, not a good week. Lost a toughie. Michigan State at home by 2 points. Michigan State's first win at Mack Arena since I was a senior. 2014. Yeah. It's hard to believe that.
And that was not a good Purdue team either.
No. That was not a good
That's
Purdue
weird.
Team. That was Jakari Harris led Spartan team then.
Not Jakari Harris. Doesn't Jakari Harris play for Purdue?
Oh, geez. Gary.
Oh, Gary Harris. Yeah.
Thank you. I had the G, came out. Yeah. Jakari Harris does play.
Knew it started with a G, though.
Gary Harris led the Spartan team with Adrian Payne and some of those other guys. But it was a back forth game. I thought it was over with 4 minutes left. Michigan State got up 8, but Purdue clawed back. And at the end had a chance to win at the buzzer. That was not the shot they wanted. That wasn't the play they wanted. Don't know what happened there. Broke down. But Braden Smith got a clean look. It was just a far look. Hit the left side of the rim and lost by 2. I'm like, all right, they'll bounce back Sunday. In Columbus, even though Diebler's 2-0 against Matt, so get them. Ohio State got whooped at Iowa earlier in the week. I'm not worried. Down 5.5, still wasn't too concerned. And then the first 5 minutes of the second half, that's where Purdue kind of lost the game. Because after that, they kind of settled down second half and played decent. But by then, it was they struggle at coming back. I think they're either 0-4 or 0-5 now on the year when they're down by more than 4 points at halftime.
Wow.
Now, granted, 2 of those they were getting smacked by Iowa State and Michigan. One was Indiana, and then either Ohio State was the 4th, or there was another one for the 5th. I don't remember off the top of my head. It just, when they blew out Indiana 2 Fridays ago, it looked like they were having a good time. Looked like they were having fun. Last 2 games, looked like they went back to not having fun. They're not having fun out there, gibbering at each other a little bit. Omer Meyer threw a pass yesterday. Wasn't the world's greatest pass, but hit Braden Smith at least in one hand, and he could have easily like stepped and got it. He kind of was lazy with it. He drops it, lays to an Ohio State layup. He yells at Omer. Just different things like that going on. Braden ended up with 20 points yesterday, but he struggled shooting the ball for a majority of the game. I thought Trey Kaufman-Renn played really hard in the second half. But they're not getting anything out of their centers right now. Daniel Jacobson played 4 minutes. Oscar Clough he needs wind after like 10 minutes. I don't know. His conditioning just has not been. He fouled out. And then Trey Kaufman-Renn also had 4 fouls. Purdue got in foul trouble. I didn't think the officiating was the best, but that's not the reason they lost the game. Just frustrating. It's like, well, Diebler's 3-0 against Painter now. That might have got Ohio State in the tournament. If not, they're right on the bubble.
Yeah. Goes a long way to get them in the tourney.
Tired of playing against Bruce Thornton.
That. Yeah, I just don't think they get in.
But yeah, something's just off with this Purdue team. It's been for a while, ever since I'd say the UCLA loss. This is a team that started off 17-1 and is 5-6 since that time. So I don't know. I don't know if there's stuff going on behind the scenes. I know they run their NIL a little differently than a lot of places, whereas a lot of these guys earn their NIL by doing autograph signings at events and different things like that. I don't know if that's caused a distraction. Braden Smith has a podcast, which he doesn't do every week, but he does a lot. I don't know if that's caused a distraction. He streams a lot on Twitch. Don't know if that's caused a distraction, but I don't know. I'm grasping at straws. I'm guessing, but something is off with this team, and they are what they are at this point. And unfortunately, as good as they are on the offensive end, they are bad on the defensive end. And
yeah, it's back-to-back years. They have very little to no rim protection. Yep. They're a much better rebounding team this year, having Clough in there. But still, he's not a guy.
Well, they got a rim protector, but he's on the bench because he's just not strong enough.
He's so skinny.
He's added 30 pounds since last year.
That's crazy. He reminds me of like Matt Harms when he was a freshman. Kind of same body type a little bit.
That's fair.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. Fletcher Lawyer had a great first couple minutes, and then he just disappeared.
Which is 2 threes late. But
yeah, which it's kind of been a theme for him. I mean, he had 5 quick points against Michigan, and then just did nothing until towards the end.
Mm-hmm. When he plays well, Purdue usually plays well. When he doesn't, they don't.
That's fair. TKR I thought was great in the second half.
He's been playing a lot better this last month.
He has, because I know a lot of fans were getting on him for what they felt like he wasn't playing hard, and it seems like that's kind of switching. He's been great.
He gets very mad on the court because I think at times he's getting effort and the other guys aren't giving the same effort.
Yeah,
he's just getting frustrated out there. So.
And excuse me, I said this a few weeks ago. I think it was after they lost to Michigan. That if they wouldn't have started out number 1. I think you would be viewing this season way differently.
Yeah.
Say they started out even at 7th.
Yeah.
I think you'd be viewing it, which I coming in the year, I was not surprised they were 1, but at the same time, like, hey, probably should be closer to 5 because yes, they got everyone back and they went to a Sweet 16. But if we remember last year, they did kind of the same thing. They lost 6 of 9 heading into the NCAA tourney last year. Then they got to play a 12 seed in the round of 32, which got them into the Sweet 16. And I understand getting everyone back. They're a very good basketball team. But I think if they even start the year at number 5, you're probably a little disappointed, but not nearly where you are now.
Yeah, the pressure. You got to wonder if the pressure's got to him. Got to wonder if they're tired of playing with each other. Some of these guys have been together 4 years. Yeah. And TKR's been there 5. I forgot about that. He his freshman year. Don't know what the team's going to look like next year. I mean, you got a good group of freshmen coming in, but they're freshmen. Don't know if anybody's going to leave. And, poor Omar Mayer, he's got that situation with his family and stuff in Israel right now going on. That's going to be weighing on his mind. And I don't know if he could be called over to serve. I don't know. I don't know how that all works. But yeah, it's just very frustrating year. Like right now, if it doesn't end on a positive note, which is trending that way, it'll be the most disappointing Purdue season of my lifetime. And you could probably argue in the history of the program, but there's been some other ones, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But there's still 2 games this week, Big Ten tournament and NCAA tournament. And, my dad's being really optimistic, which my poor parents were at the game yesterday. That was my wife and I's Christmas present to them.
Oh, okay.
But he's like, maybe this is the year they go in with not a lot of people picking them in the NCAA tournament, then get hot.
That's what I was
Um,
thinking. Yeah.
so you never know. They got the experience in the NCAA tournament that could help, but it's got to pick it up on the defensive end.
Yeah. And again, they're a very, very good basketball team. But and with the way that college basketball is now, maybe they are just kind of bored playing with each other because they've been there for so long, and they've all started since day one. Lawyer and Braden, at least.
125 games, yeah.
So maybe, yeah, maybe that. I'm sure a lot of kind of schools deal with the NIL stuff and who's getting paid fairly and who's not. Maybe that could be a thing as well.
And I think Matt Painter had a comment yesterday. He was talking to Robbie Hummel, or talking about Robbie Hummel, and he said, Robbie never complained once, and he was more worried about winning games and having teammates that want to win. And he said something to Robbie about that yesterday after the game. Said that they're not built like you anymore, brother. So that's kind of college athletics in a nutshell. I think in 2026, not everybody, not every program, or not every player, but I think more than not, hey, I'm getting paid.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, if we lose, no big deal. Type
and
thing.
As we've said before, once those 4 years are up, you're not going to be making that kind of money anymore. A lot of these guys, anyway.
No.
The one guy that I thought has played pretty well the past few games is Jack Benter.
He busts his butt out there.
Yeah, I'd been thoroughly unimpressed with him for most of the year. And of course, he'd played not very many minutes, but now it seems like he's playing more and more minutes. And he had a good game against Michigan State that really kept him in it late.
Mm-hmm.
And then I thought he was good yesterday, too. So he's a guy that you can absolutely build around.
He's all-time leading scorer in Indiana high school basketball history.
Is he really?
Yeah. So he's a bucket from Brownstown. But at times, like against Michigan State, he shot that. He was open, but under minute 11, shot that in the range three. At times, like he did that against Indiana at Indiana too, when Purdue started to make a run. It's like, whoa, Jack, like reining in a little bit. But I think he's got a bright future.
I do.
But yeah, I thought Cox and Harris would be a little more consistent this year. They really haven't been. I mean, CJ did hit 3 threes early in the game yesterday. Jakari is more of a defensive guy, but still, even then, comes and goes with the flow. But
I wonder if they could have used a Miles Colvin or Cam Heide hasn't done much this year at Texas.
Colvin had 32 yesterday for Wake Forest, but he wouldn't have played that much as he has at Wake Forest on this Purdue team. Yeah, Heidi's about the same player he was at Purdue.
He is. Yeah.
I mean, I've seen those arguments. Oh, really could use their athleticism on this team, which I get that, but I don't know where they would have fit in, and then you wouldn't have got Omar Mayer and Omar Meyer. Jeez, I'm still struggling with his name after this whole season.
I am too.
And probably some other another piece, but yeah. So I'm frustrated. I'm cooled off a little bit now, given a whole day, but still pretty fired up. And I'm not looking forward to either game at Northwestern because Martelli's probably going to put up 40.
Is it senior night?
Probably.
I would assume so.
And then Wisconsin coming in won't be a very easy senior day game. So.
Yeah, if Purdue loses senior day with those 3 seniors,
you think?
Yeah. I don't know. Sometimes though, senior day they're almost too amped up and too emotional, just because it's their last game there. But we'll see how they do. Northwestern stinks, but they have won 2 in a row.
3 in a row, right?
Is it 3? Did they win last weekend too?
They
beat Oregon. Beat Indiana. I don't know who they played last week.
I thought they beat somebody before that, but that Indiana loss. They were up 13 second half.
Yeah.
For Indiana, you got to find a way to close that game out.
Have to. Yep. But Illinois, after the previous 3 games that were all heartbreakers, overtime, buzzer beaters, stuff like that, it was almost kind of refreshing just to get beat. Honestly,
sure.
It was frustrating just with the fact that you're at home. The place was absolutely rocking. And you're facing Marez Johnson again, and he was awesome. And
he got a lot of boos.
Yes, a lot of expletives hurled at him as well.
Some birds flying.
Some birds flying. But man, I credit the heck out of him because he could have been super emotional, and he was just. I mean, he got to the free throw line. Their first possession just knocked them both in. I think that probably settled him
Probably
down.
pretty laser focused.
Hit a three, which I'm sure was very, very nice for him because that was his issue, was he wasn't allowed to, shoot threes when he was there. It was only his 7th he made all year.
That was supposedly Matt Harm's issue too, and then
yeah, I saw his career turned out at BYU. But no, credit Michigan, they're so good. I hate it. They have so much length and size. I mean, they're the only team in the Big Ten that can really match Illinois' size, and they handled them. I mean, Illinois couldn't grab a rebound to save their life.
They're so good at tipping the ball back.
They are.
Michigan is, man.
Yeah, it's exactly. I mean, Illinois would cut it to 5 and feel like, all right, come on, get a stop. They'd force a miss, offensive rebound, guy hits a 3.
Yep.
So just,
second, third chances, they just kill you.
As a killer, and Illinois is such a good rebounding team that it was really frustrating to see them dominate on the glass. But it was one of those games that I didn't feel good going in just because I knew Michigan was good. But I'm glad it wasn't like a what could have been sort of thing.
Yeah.
And they just got thoroughly beat. And honestly, the final score was 14, but I think Michigan was up 20 something at one point in the second half. So I was glad to get that out of the way. Now the issue I have is the UCLA and the Wisconsin game, because now you have like a 85% shot to get that 4 seed in the Big Ten tourney instead of, and maybe they'll get some help, and Nebraska will lose. They have at UCLA and they play Iowa. Michigan State plays at Michigan. But then you have a 4 seed. Okay, you're probably gonna have to play Purdue again. I don't want to do that. Especially with how much I rubbed it in when Illinois beat them. I don't want to have to deal with that crap.
It's in Chicago though, so
it doesn't matter. You know how many times I tell you how bad Illinois plays at.
That's true. It's kind of like Purdue in Gamebridge, except the NCAA tournament 2 years ago. Yeah.
And then if you get past them, you got to face Michigan again.
Yeah,
so that's the thing. So hopefully,
but Purdue would still have to win.
They would still have to beat
to match up with. I don't know who that would be.
12 seed or whoever that would be.
I wonder if there's any way. I don't know if there is. If Purdue and Indiana could play, because they still have not played since the inaugural one in '98.
That's crazy. That is wild.
I'd rather not. Even though I think Purdue would beat them again, but I don't want to take a chance of them like having a 2-1 advantage over Purdue basketball, winning the national championship football. I'm good.
That'd be brutal. Yeah, that'd be brutal. I actually saw the percentage chance of where each team could land.
Okay.
Obviously, of course I didn't favorite it on Twitter like I should have. But obviously Michigan won the outright Big Ten title. Nebraska has like a 88% chance to get the 2 seed.
They'd be such a bad 2.
They'd be terrible. Michigan State has a 80-something chance to get the 3. Illinois 80-something to get the 4. They have like a 99.8% chance to get a double bye at least. Purdue is like an 80-something percent chance to get a 5. Yeah. Illinois could fall as far back as 7 if things don't go their way.
Purdue could fall 7 or 8 if they would lose both this week.
But for the most part, you would think, especially looking at the schedules the teams have, mainly Illinois' schedule, is they have Oregon at home and then at Maryland. You should
watch out for the Terps.
I know you'll be double-digit point favorites in both.
Should take care of business.
Should take care of business, which will lock up a double bye or triple bye. Now it's screwing me up still. It's triple bye. I'm ready to get tournament play kind of rocking and rolling here.
Me too.
And as I said tonight, the Horizon League. 7-24 IU Indy against 10-21 Cleveland State tonight. You gonna tune into that on ESPN Plus?
No, but
I don't think I will either.
There's another school in Indianapolis that could be thriving in the Horizon League, but
Horizon League or anywhere really.
But they're 14-13.
Yep.
So,
but I actually have an IU stat here that I favorited on the tweeter.
I thought you were gonna say I got an IU blind ranking.
No. I do have a Big Ten basketball blind ranking, so I'll do that after this. IU home losses by season post Crean. In 17 and 18, they lost 6 home games. 18 and 19 and 19 and 20, they lost 4. 20 and 21, they lost 6. 21 and 22, they lost 4. A couple years ago when they got a 4 seed in the NCAA tournament, they lost 2. The 23-24 season, they lost 5. Last year, 4, and this year they have lost 5 home games. So they are not.
It's not a tough place to play anymore.
No, it's not.
I mean, it can get rocking. It can get rocking against Purdue, especially, or Michigan State, Illinois, Michigan, but not against like Northwestern. Nah,
no one showed up. They were booing Reed Bailey every time he touched the ball yesterday, and his confidence is shot. I know he came in as like a high priced transfer guy from Belmont. And he just hasn't produced.
Yeah.
But to boo him every single time he comes onto the court, gets the ball, and then cheer when he leaves.
Yeah.
That just could you imagine walking around campus after the game like that?
It's horrible.
Kill your confidence.
Horrible.
So I feel bad for him. But
I mean, that program, I've said it before. I know they made the championship in 02, but since then they haven't made a Final Four, haven't made Elite Eight.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Have made 3 Sweet 16s, I think, since then. But that program was Bob Knight.
It was.
I mean,
yeah, Tom Crean had some good years. He won two Big Ten titles in 4 years, in a 4-year stretch. But
they've still yet to win a Big Ten tournament, which I know that's not a huge deal, but still, they've never won a Big Ten tournament. I think they've only been to the final once or twice.
I was going to say, I don't even remember really. I
remember Luke Recker beat them at Iowa in the final. That might have been the only time they made the final.
Yeah. So they have some issues, and again, it feels like the fan base is kind of turning on DeVries a little bit. He put together a poor roster.
Yes.
He has 2 good players. I mean, Lamar Wilkerson's very good.
Yeah,
he's a bucket. Reed Bailey hasn't turned out. They have no size at all.
No rebounding.
Sam Alexis is an athletic player. He's not a guy that's going to go score for you. He's 6. He's their tallest guy out there, and he's averaging barely over 4 rebounds a game.
Yeah.
Connor Enright is an absolute garbage point guard and should not be playing Big Ten basketball. He's actually should be at an IU Indy, in my opinion, or an IPFW. If that's just Fort Wayne now, isn't it?
Yeah, Purdue Fort Wayne.
Yeah, they stink. Although they still have some opportunity here. Do you want to go through and pick games real quick?
Yeah.
I'll pull them up on my phone.
Big Ten and top 25. Why not?
We'll do that. Big Ten tomorrow night. We have Oregon at Illinois on Peacock at 8:00.
Illinois, large.
Yeah, give me Illinois in that one. I think it's a kind of a get-right game. I think they win by 15 to 20.
Just don't let Biddle get going.
That he's the one guy that kind of scares me a little bit.
Looks like
Biddle,
he's 40.
But yeah, he does. And then we have Nebraska at UCLA.
I think UCLA gets them.
I do too. UCLA is 21-3 in the Pacific time zone since they moved to the Big Ten, and they're 2-8 in the Central time zone, and even worse on the East Coast.
Well, it's hard to sweep those West Coast trips.
If Nebraska wins, it'll be the only team to sweep the LA trip this year.
Wow.
Of course, Purdue should have done it. Blew a 6-point lead late. Yep. Illinois blew a 23-point lead. They should have done it as well. That's good. That's still. I'm struggling with that one.
I hear you.
Wednesday night, we have 5 games there, starting with Minnesota at Indiana.
Minnesota being the first time, I think Indiana gets them this time.
I do too. It'll be interesting to see where Indiana's head is in that one. And Minnesota plays teams tough. They're much better than they have been. Must win both games this week for
Indiana. On a 4-game losing streak?
Yep, 4-game losing streak. Indiana has Minnesota at home and then at Ohio State. So I think must win both games. Mm-hmm. And same with Ohio State. I think you got to win both games this week. They play at Penn State on Wednesday night.
Yeah, I think. I mean, that's tough. It's kind of tough to get up to play there, and Penn State's got a few people, but I think Ohio State carries over their play from yesterday.
I agree. It feels like they know this is Thornton's last go around for sure.
Yep. He's done it the right way.
He has. I respect him. I don't dislike anything about him. Just seems like he goes out there. Goes about his business. Very good point guard. Give me Ohio State. Maryland at Wisconsin. Give me Wisconsin. Purdue at Northwestern.
Purdue in a tight one. I'm going to hate every minute of it.
I think Purdue gets it done. Northwestern's guard play.
I hate playing there, man.
I do too.
I hate it.
Northwestern's guard play is absolutely garbage.
Martinelli, those going to go nuts.
Fine if he does. he can go off for 35, and I think Purdue still wins.
I hope so.
This is an interesting one here, not for anything that matters, but USC at Washington after Chad Baker-Mazara decides to just leave the team.
What a loser. Yep. Give me Washington.
Give me Washington as well. I'm with you. Thursday night, we have Michigan at Iowa.
I see Iowa giving them a game for a while, but Michigan.
Iowa's defense is good sometimes, but man, Michigan's just too big, too skilled. Give me Michigan. Rutgers at Michigan State.
Michigan State.
Give me Michigan
Rutgers
State.
Rutgers should have had them the first time, though.
Should have. Definitely should have. Wisconsin at Purdue Saturday.
I think Purdue gets it done, but I don't think it's a blowout by any means.
Give me Purdue. Wisconsin has the highest scoring guard combo in the Big Ten. They do have some stretch bigs out there too.
Purdue beat them once, but it seems like a lifetime ago.
Yeah, that's the one game that Illinois lost. Like, man, I wish they would have had a full team. They missed two key contributors, including their top two defenders, and they blew the lead. Still shouldn't have done it, but give me Purdue. Biggest game of the weekend, in my opinion, Indiana at Ohio State. Bubblicious.
I like Ohio State at home.
I do too. I think Indiana splits this week, and I think they got to win at least two.
At least, not two. Three.
Maybe,
depending on who they match up with.
They might have to get to the. They might have to get to the Big Ten title.
If they probably get to Saturday, they're probably in.
Probably, which would just be 2 wins.
Yeah.
Northwestern at Minnesota. I don't think I'm going to be watching much of that one.
I won't watch second. Minnesota.
Give me Minnesota. UCLA at USC.
Good week for the Bruins.
Yeah, give me UCLA, and I think they clinch, I should say, their ticket. Washington at Oregon. Don't care.
Oregon, I guess. I don't
know. I don't know. Oregon. We have Penn State at Rutgers. I'm not gonna watch that one either.
Rutgers. I'm just taking the home teams in these crappy matches.
Yeah, give me Rutgers as well. Illinois at Maryland.
Illinois.
This will be the J-Man's book of prediction of the week. I think both Purdue and Illinois get right this week and go 4-0 combined.
Watch it be the kiss of death.
They'll go 0-4.
Oh my gosh!
Cancel the show.
It's done. Cancel basketball forever.
Yep. J-Man's book of prediction of the week brought to you by Travis Watching Insurance Agency for life, home, auto, business, renters, workers, common, farm insurance. Contact Travis at 219-869-4561.
And I gotta admit, Travis, if you're listening to this, I am disappointed in you that you didn't reach out to me.
Yeah.
Because I would have fired you. I heard from my Michigan State friend that I hear from once a year whenever Michigan State Purdue play. Heard from him.
Speaking of Michigan State, the game of the weekend, it's not as important as the Indiana Ohio State game is,
right,
as far as tourney implications, but Michigan State at Michigan.
Yeah, Michigan gets them at home.
I agree. Michigan got them large at Michigan State, so I imagine it's going to happen again. Another big game for tourney implications here for Iowa at Nebraska.
Nebraska at home.
Yeah, give me Nebraska at home. They want revenge too after losing to them in Iowa. Top 25 games this week. Man, Texas Tech is rolling after
3-0 without topping.
Yeah, without topping. They host TCU, who's on the bubble.
Yeah, Texas Tech.
Texas Tech as well. We have, that's Tuesday. I should go to Monday first. Number 6, Iowa State at number 2, Arizona tonight.
Big 12 is a gauntlet, man.
It is.
Arizona.
Give me Arizona. Iowa State lost a home game, which is weird. Wednesday night, we have number 22, Miami Hurricanes. 23-6, heading to SMU, who is strictly on the bowl. 19-10.
Don't know anything about SMU, so give me Miami.
Miami has 2 Big Ten transfers in Trey Donaldson and Malik Renew.
Forgot about Renew.
Yeah, first-year head coach Jai Lucas there has done a great job. He's a Duke assistant, taking over for Larinaga. Miami was terrible last year.
Yeah, look at them. National runner-up in football. Going to make the dance in basketball. Got to be good in baseball.
They're always pretty good in baseball.
Mm-hmm.
Saturday, top 25 matchup. I'm just trying to look for matchups at this point.
Sure, Duke Carolina play, right?
Yeah, they do. Number 24, Vandy at number 23, Tennessee.
Tennessee just beat them a week ago in what felt like a home game at Vanderbilt. Give me Tennessee again.
Give me Tennessee as well. Number 17, North Carolina at number 1, Duke.
Duke. They're good.
Give me Duke. Especially no Caleb Wilson for North Carolina.
North Carolina broke Duke's hearts the first time.
They did. Coming back large. Let's see here. Auburn heads to Alabama, so I assume they're going to lose that one, which if they take care of LSU at home, they will be 16-15 heading into SEC tournament play. And Lenardi, I think, just moved into his last team out.
They had the hardest schedule, I think, of anybody in the country.
I understand.
But
they lost a lot of games to that hard schedule. Right. You got to win games.
Alabama.
Yeah, give me Alabama. Sunday, the only ranked matchups are the Big Ten ones. I already
Okay.
did, so
All right.
that'll do it for games. But I do have my blind ranking here. I have six. I keep have pick six on the brain.
It's okay.
I'm pretty sure I did pick six with kind of this list, but I've never had you rank them before. Big Ten coaches of the year over the
Ooh.
past 20 years, 25 years, starting with Bill Carmody won it once.
Okay, that I was gonna say, are they active?
No.
I thought Carmody, he never made the dance, got real close. It seemed like 3 years in a row he got closer and closer and closer. I remember being at the Big Ten tournament that one year when they had Kevin Coble, and they lost a heartbreaker to somebody.
Yeah.
And all the media members, you could just see them like they're not. I remember Dave Redson sitting there like this because they were just like,
Yeah.
So I thought he did a really good job for what he had to work with. I'll put him at 4.
All right. Mark Turgeon.
Put him at 5. I don't know. He never did a lot for me.
He always got a lot of talent too, but he never really could do a whole lot. I think I don't even know if he. I know he had a share of the Big Ten title once, maybe twice, but he never really did a whole lot in the NCAA tourney. He's now University of Missouri, Kansas City's head coach.
Next year.
Their coach was a guy who had been around, Marvin Menzies, who was really good with New Mexico State, but he resigned because of health issues. Number 3 here, I got Juwan Howard.
Wish I would have left 5 open. 3, he got to a Sweet 16, but I just remember him going after Greg Gard.
Yeah.
Shady. He was not playing by the rules.
Yeah, his tenure got significantly worse each year.
Every year.
Like.
Yep. Deion Sanders like.
Yeah.
So put him at 3. I wish I had 5 open. I would have slotted him there.
Another Northwestern coach here, Chris Collins.
I guess I'll put him at 2. I think he's a really good coach. That was cringeworthy seeing him take off his shirt the other day in the locker room after they beat Oregon.
Yeah.
But he's kind of a cringy dude at times. But
I
good
think,
coach.
Yeah. I think if he had like the support around him money wise, like NIL and all that stuff at a job, like even if at like Illinois, I think he would murder down there. I think he'd be fantastic. I think he's a really good basketball coach.
Yeah.
So I think you're going to be okay with this one. In fact, I know you're going to be okay with this one. Bo Ryan.
Yeah, Bo, number 1. He was a pain in the butt to play against the vampire, I called him. But, Wisconsin made a Final Four in 2000 as either the 8 or 9 seed. But then he took over that program and just made him a constant winning team year in, year out. No matter what. You look at the roster, they'll finish 5th or 6th. They're winning the Big Ten, or they're winning the Big Ten tournament. They're making Elite 8s. Final Fours, championship games.
Yeah. Wisconsin was not a good sports program, really, until Barry Alvarez got there for football, and then Bo Ryan for basketball, and turned them into, as you said, a consistent winner. But he doesn't get enough flack, in my opinion, for quitting on his team midway through.
Very true.
Because they sucked.
Very true.
That's the reason why he did it. I'm not going to hear any other word. They were not having a good
forgot
year.
About that, to be honest.
We're not going to make the NCAA tourney. And
didn't Greg Gard have a heck of a run with them after he took over?
I think he did.
Didn't get him there, but he got close.
And that's what ultimately led them to.
He's been there 10 years now.
I think Greg Gard's a pretty good coach. I didn't think he was for a while, but past couple of years is really good.
He gets a lot out of his teams.
He does for sure.
Yeah. So, but good blind rankings. I liked it. Blind ranking segment is brought to you by, like it is every week, Performa Prince 2 Promo Group. If you're looking for a trustworthy, dependable resource for your next trade show, company picnic, or sales meeting in 2026, Performa Print 2 Promo Group has over 50 years combined experience in promotional products and commercial print. They strive for fast and efficient response to all your print needs, so you need to look no further. Let them be your one-source print and promotional company today by giving Barbara Van Weinsberg a call at 574-210-3815.
What else you got?
I was just going to ask you if you had any spring training you want to talk about for a couple minutes.
Not a ton. World Baseball Classic starts this week, I believe, so that'll be fun to watch. I think Japan will wipe the floor with them again, but that'll be at least fun to watch. There
just hasn't been a lot of newsworthy items.
No, our friend Aaron Lynch asked me to talk about it last week, and I didn't get to it. It was the MLB Players Association head Tony Clark had an inappropriate relationship with his sister-in-law, which is weird.
And is
Um,
this the ex MLB
yes,
player, Tony
yep,
Clark?
yep, 6'7"
Yep.
first baseman,
Yep.
switcher, and so he resigned, and now Bruce Meyer took over, and I think it probably increases the likelihood of a lockout next year. It was already looking very strong, like there was going to be a lockout starting in December, and I think it was a really bad time for this kind of change.
Yeah.
So your union leader is gone, but the players who are the reps have been there for a long time, and I'm sure they have much more influence. But um, it sounds like the owners are really wanting a salary cap, and the players are really wanting a salary floor. So it sounds like, and this is coming from John Heyman, who I don't really believe anything he says. I think he's just a proxy, a patsy, if I will. He said that what we're looking at is a $275 million salary cap with a $140 million salary floor, which would be fascinating to watch the Dodgers finagle that. I'm sure
Yeah.
they'd be grandfathered in. But then it'd also be fascinating to watch to see how the Marlins are able to add payroll. Teams like that who have, I don't know if they've ever had $100 million roster. How are they going to
And they
manage
have 2 World
140
Series
million? And they have 2
titles.
World Series titles.
Unbelievable.
So it'll be interesting to watch play out. I'm just excited for the season, and we'll worry about the lockout when it eventually comes. And hopefully they are able to come to an agreement. It doesn't cost them any games, but as of right now, I'd be surprised if we play a full season next year, unfortunately. I hope it doesn't come to that, but we'll see.
In NFL news, Combine was happening this past week. I watched a little bit here and there. Guys blow me away all the time with their vertical jumps and their 40s
Yeah,
and
yeah.
bench press and everything. But I didn't pay close enough attention to whose stock rose and whose stock fell. I do know Dylan Thieneman had a heck of a pro
He
day.
did.
He'll probably be a late first rounder now.
I saw he ran a 4.37
Yeah.
or something like that. That's
Yep.
wild.
So good for him. David Montgomery traded to the Texans by the Lions. At first, it was just came out as a 5th-round pick. I'm like, what a steal!
Yeah.
4th-round pick, a lineman, and a 7th-round pick. So I think Detroit actually made out pretty well on that. There was a lineman traded somewhere today by somebody, but
I saw that too.
Free agency starts, I believe, next week.
Mhm.
I think on the 11th. So
Okay, so next Wednesday.
yeah, I believe so. So
yeah.
rumors will start flying this week.
They're already kind of starting to fly a little
Mhm.
bit as far as trades go and who's
Mhm.
going to be released and all that. But
Mhm.
yeah, fun time of year. As we said,
Yep.
conference tourneys start this week.
Yep.
Free agency next week for the NFL. You have baseball at the end of the month. We have obviously the NCAA tourney coming up. So weather's getting warmer.
Yep. Players Championship for golf will be coming up,
yeah.
and then the Masters next month. So off and running. But
Yeah.
my birdie or bogey question for you: what state has the what's the most populated state to not have an MLB team?
Oh man. Most populated state to not have an MLB team would have to be. I have no idea. Is it Virginia?
No.
No.
I'll give you one more crack for a par.
Is it Tennessee?
Great guess. That's what I thought it was. It's North Carolina.
I was thinking North Carolina, but I thought Virginia might have more because you have DC right there. Shoot. Well, just put it on my tab, I guess.
And my other question, this won't go against you or anything. I'm trying to figure out how to word this. There's 6 cities that have professional sports teams from different locations, if that makes sense. Name those 6 teams.
States, you mean?
No, cities. Okay, I'll give you one. For instance, so this is one of the 6. For instance, Indianapolis. You have the Colts, who are the Indianapolis Colts. We have the Pacers, who are the Indiana Pacers.
Gotcha.
So there's one of the 6. Now name the other
5. We have.
This does include hockey too, J-Man.
That's not gonna help me at all. Oh man. Every city I'm thinking of, we have the Oh, shoot.
And I hope there's only 6. I did research on my own, so I hope there's only 6. But
Charlotte Hornets, Carolina Panthers.
there's one. Good pull.
All right.
Because
got one at least.
Carolina Hurricanes play in Raleigh.
Oh, okay.
So,
I wasn't even thinking hockey, nor will I ever be thinking hockey, honestly. We have the Tennessee Titans, Nashville Predators.
See, there you go. There's the hockey.
All right,
one.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
3 more.
We have. Trying to think of all the states. Does New York and Brooklyn count, or is that completely separate?
I did. Yeah, I didn't do any of that. I didn't do any of New England, Boston either. Just
yeah.
These are actually 3 cities.
California, Los Angeles, San Diego, Golden State, San Francisco, and Golden State count.
All that's together.
Right.
These are
Denver Broncos, Colorado Avalanche, Denver Broncos / Nuggets, Colorado Rockies, and Avalanche.
There you go. That's a big one. Yep. That was the most
Phoenix Suns, Arizona Cardinals,
and Diamondbacks.
And Diamondbacks.
There you go. So you got one more.
Oh man, I'm just gonna give myself a birdie just to make up for it. If I get it. Oh man. Just give it to me.
Miami. Got the Dolphins, the Marlins,
Florida.
They got the Florida Panthers.
Florida Panthers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good job. You did better than I thought you would.
That was a good question. I like that question.
I just didn't know how to word it. I was thinking about the other day. My Stephanie and I were talking just about that for some reason. I'm like, I'm going to try to make that a favorite question.
At first, I thought your question was like,
I didn't know how to word it.
What team, or there's 6 states that have 2 teams in their state, but they are in different cities. Like I was thinking like Philadelphia and Pittsburgh, or St. Louis.
California would have had a million of them.
They would have had. Yeah. Thanks for watching the Tan and J-Man Show. We'll be back at her next Monday with another episode. Have a fantastic week, everybody.